So today, we're going to tackle a really common but kind of silent stress that affects millions of us. That anxiety that comes from managing our digital lives. And we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to give you a powerful, practical framework to master it. It's called the Digital Anchor Protocol. Let's dive right in.
Just look at this slide for a second. 3 little words. But for so many of us, this isn't just some error message. It's a trigger. It's the start of what I call digital dread. That feeling, right? That sudden pit-in-your-stomach panic that you are locked out of your own life. Look, if you've ever felt that, you are so not alone. It's actually a rational response. And today, we're going to figure out exactly why it happens and, more importantly, what we can do about it.
So that feeling, it actually has a name, Digital Gatekeeper Anxiety. And the most important thing to get right off the bat is that this has nothing to do with being bad with computers. It's a survival-level stress response. Your brain sees that error message as a real threat, like a real-life gatekeeper has just locked you out from your bank, or your doctor, or even your family photos. This isn't some personal failing, it's a biological reflex. And just understanding that is the very first step to taking back control.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the 3 red words and really validate that feeling. Then we'll get into why your brain protests these systems, and spoiler alert, it is not your fault. The third step is a huge mindset shift, going from digital victim to digital administrator. Then we'll get super practical with the step-by-step digital anchor protocol, and we'll finish up by looking at the big picture, recognizing you for what you already are, a master of adaptation. This is how we're going to get from anxiety to agency.
All right, so first up, the 3 red words. Before we can fix this thing, we've got to really get a handle on what it feels like. This part is all about validating the emotional and even the physical stress that comes with passwords. It's real, it's visceral, and it is absolutely something we can learn to manage.
Okay, here's the really mind-blowing part. When a website tells you your password is wrong, deep inside your brain, there's this ancient alarm system, and it literally cannot tell the difference between a digital lockout and a physical threat. It triggers the exact same fight-or-flight response. Your heart might start pounding, maybe your palms get sweaty, your thinking gets all foggy. The most powerful thing you can do is just recognize that panic for what it is, a biological reflex, not you failing. It's not about you. It's about your brain's amazing, but sometimes a little outdated, security system. Okay, so let's take that idea and run with it into our next section. This is where we completely flip the script on this problem. Because that anxiety you feel, it isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's proof that the system is badly designed. The issue isn't you, it's the system. Let's explore why our very human brains are clashing with these confusing digital interfaces we have to use every day.
And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? Think about it. For most of our lives, things were predictable. You'd go to the bank, the teller knew your face, a physical key always worked the same way. The process made sense. But now, look at the other side. We're in this world of what are called non-linear digital loops. Just to reset one password, you might have to jump from the website over to your email, then to your phone for a text code, and then back to the website. All that jumping around puts a huge strain on our brains.
And all of that overload leads to something called cognitive fragility. It's that little voice in the back of your head, that constant nagging fear that one wrong click could delete your family photos forever or lock you out of your bank account for good. And that fear isn't crazy. It's a direct result of these confusing systems overwhelming what's called our working memory. That's the part of our brain that's trying to juggle information in the moment. When it gets overloaded, we feel fragile. So I want to be crystal clear about this. You are not bad at tech. You're just a human being trying to use a system that wasn't built for a human brain.
All right, this brings us to section 3. And honestly, I think this is the most important part of our whole chat. We get the problem now, it's time to claim the solution. This is where we stop just reacting and we start managing. It's about one simple shift in how you think about all this. A shift that takes you from feeling like a victim of the software to being its boss.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got that victim mindset. It's all about panic. The first question is, what did I do wrong? It feels like a total catastrophe. But then look at the other side, the manager mindset. It's calm. It's about a process. The question isn't, what did I do wrong? It's, okay, what's the next step? See the difference? One is a disaster, the other is just a simple maintenance task. This little change in perspective is everything. I really want you to take this one to heart. You are not some guest kind of knocking on the door hoping someone lets you into these websites. No, you are the chief administrator of access to your own life. The software, the passwords, the security questions, think of them as your employees. They work for you.
And when an employee isn't doing their job right, you don't panic. You calmly start a standard procedure to fix it.
So if you take one thing away from this section, let it be this. Getting locked out is not a failure. It's a security pause. The system is actually doing its job. It's hitting the brakes to keep you safe. That lockout isn't a bug, it's a feature. When you see it that way, it just removes all the drama from a simple error message. And that mindset, it's absolutely crucial for protecting your independence in the long run.
Okay, so now that we've got that powerful administrator mindset locked in, let's get practical. Section 4 is where we introduce the Digital Anchor Protocol. And this isn't some complicated techie solution. Nope, this is a human solution. It's a simple plan that puts your nervous system first and the computer second. This is your playbook for staying in control.
This whole protocol boils down to 3 simple, and I mean simple, steps. First up, the 60-second oxygen break. The second you see that error message, you physically stand up and walk away from the computer for 1 full minute. This is so important because it lets that chemical panic response in your brain just settle down so your logical mind can get back in the driver's seat. Step 2, go physical. Go find your secure physical password book. This isn't weakness, it's a strategy. And finally, step 3, and this one is huge, the off-ramp rule. If you fail 3 times, you stop, you take the off-ramp. You do not get into a fight with the machine. You just close the laptop and wait 24 hours. Trying to brute force your way in just makes things worse.
Okay, now to make this whole system even more bulletproof, here are a few other habits to build. First, whenever you can, set up 2-factor or multi-device verification. You know, that text message code that gets sent to your phone? It might feel like a hassle, but it's actually an amazing tool for reducing anxiety because it gives you a simple, physical way to prove it's really you. Second, set up a digital safety partner, a trusted friend or family member. But here's the key, and this is so important. You only call them after you've tried your own 3-step protocol first. You're the administrator, remember. They're just your trusted backup. And that brings us to our last section, just putting all of this into perspective. It's time to kind of zoom out a bit and remember the incredible resilience you already have. This isn't about learning some new trick, it's about playing the long game, with wisdom and with confidence.
Now here's the thought I want you to hold on to. That frustration you feel with all these passwords, that's not a weakness, it's a strength. It's not a sign of incompetence, it's a sign of your high standards. It means you value your security, you value your privacy. It means you care about getting it right, because you've spent a lifetime building a life that's worth protecting. Your frustration is actually a mark of your wisdom.
And hey, let's not forget your track record here. You have adapted to unbelievable change. You've navigated rotary phones, VCRs, the first ATM machines. You've seen decades of massive global shifts. By definition, you are a master of adaptation. This password reset screen, it's just another clunky machine. And you know how to handle those.
This is the relationship we're aiming for. You are the boss of the machine, and the machine works for you, period. And you know what? Science actually backs this up. Our brains can keep learning and adapting our entire lives. It's called neuroplasticity. You absolutely have the ability to master these systems. You just have to do it on your timeline, a human timeline, not a computer's. Don't you ever let a piece of software make you feel any different.
And that really brings us to the core idea that ties this all together. A password isn't some magic key that has power over you. No, the password is the servant. You are the master. And if the servant gets confused or lost, you don't panic. You, the master, calmly give it new instructions. This simple idea puts the power exactly where it always belonged, with you.
Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with a small, gentle challenge. Sometime in the next 24 hours, just do one small, proactive thing. You don't even need to log in anywhere. Just pick one, just one, important account. Go to your physical password book and just double check that the information is there and it's right. Just confirm that your physical anchor is in place. That's all. That one tiny step reinforces your entire system and your own sense of control.
Because in the end, that's what this is all about. First, always remember, a password error is a software glitch. It is not a personal failure. Second, your most powerful tool is that 60-second oxygen break. That's the habit that lets you shift from panic back to process. You see, staying in control of your digital keys isn't some technical skill. It's the ultimate way to protect your hard-earned independence. So remember, command the access, calm the mind, and lead your life with a plan. Thank you so much for joining.